Navigating Life Thoughts of Minion is hosted, recorded, edited, and produced by me, Minion. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, fellow navigators. Welcome back to another episode of Navigating Life Thoughts of Minion. With me, your host, Minion. How are you? How is life treating you? And how are you navigating life? I'm excited for this episode and can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. I hope you brought a friend. Remember to always give yourself some grace. Know that you are doing your best and cleansing life and chase those dreams like they owe you money. So as a firstborn, I think you are always taught to put others before you, especially your siblings and everything, right? And especially as a female firstborn, like they expect extra nurture, extra motherly attributes and figure from you. So I saw someone talk about like the things that shape us as firstborn daughters, and I wanted to speak a bit on that. Like, so you mostly find out that you I don't know, you get exposed to like the family secrets and things a bit earlier on as compared to when your siblings will find that out, right? So you'll be the ones to find the gaps, like, oh, okay, the money is not coming in as it used to come in. Oh, we are in a difficult situation. Or the marriage is not even like lasting, it's just a front. Oh, these are the things like and then when that happens, it's like now the secret is yours too. You can't even divulge it to your siblings or even let them know. And then I don't know, it's like an emotional blackmail or turmoil they put on you, so you're unable to, like, it now becomes your burden. And as a child of that age, you're not supposed to be carrying those things, right? You're not supposed to be the ones to carry those things. And also, once like you get a sibling, automatically, especially being a girl, automatically you are the eldest one, right? You now have to like take care of them, go and bath them, make sure they are fine. You become responsible for them, sort of. I've prepared this there for you to feed them. I'm going here, feed them, make sure like that kind of thing. Like they've passed down the torch to you silently without you even knowing about it, and then you start doing the decision and parenting with your kids. So when it's time for you to to discipline them, and then like you're like, you can't do that. So I'm like, but you did discipline me this way, so why can't I discipline them? I'm like, but you're not that, like, they get you to see that you're not the kid's mother. And then some siblings also take it far, like some elder siblings also take it too far, to the extent of like, actually, I don't know if they have the intention of beating you or they are taking the frustration of being a parent out on the other siblings. So like they beat you, like they really beat you and hurt you. So yeah. And then like I think she was also saying, after an outburst, they will ask you that, we never asked you to do any of the things. We never asked you to carry the things. We never asked you to fix it. We never asked you to sacrifice. So I'm like, true. They didn't ask you to sacrifice. They didn't tell you that, oh, sacrifice and do this thing. They didn't tell you that, oh, do it for us. They didn't tell you to show up. I think, and it's not our fault too, because you can't just sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to watch my siblings starve. I'm not going to do this for my sibling. I'm going to allow my parent to be a parent. It's something that I think I would want to be very cautious of myself if I have kids, to not push everything, regardless of the child being a firstborn or a firstborn male or a firstborn female, and not push that responsibility on the first child, regardless, for them to do or take on the task of a parent. You understand? I think she also touched points on having money, like being financially okay, and then realizing that even though you work hard, you have your own, it's still like a trap for you to always look at it to saving enough and then having like I have to look after this person mentality. So like you have money, but you are always shrinking it, or I don't know, doing something to ensure that the money that you're having is going to be enough for this X amount of people, because you're not the only one. You have to work extra hard because you have other people that are dependent on you, even though it's not supposed to be so, even though the people are not even like dependent on you, like, and that can also wear you down, wear you out very, very, very quickly. And one of the things that like it baffles me, I think I even mentioned earlier in this conversation, is when your siblings make the same mistake that you were heavily punished for, and then they get away with it, and then nothing happens to them. They are fine. They are okay. There won't be any battered eye they're not going to say anything. Be like, this same household that I lived in, this was not how you used to punish me for this. But then the realization dawns on you that, okay, you were the first child, you were the prototype, you were like the version 1. They didn't know how to navigate that, so they used you as a test subject. And now that they've used you as a test subject and then they figured it out, they realize that the next child, that's not what they're supposed to do. But then that has already left trauma and scars on you already. Like, there's nothing that can be said about that. I think this one, I'll read it directly from what she said. It said, not being the first child, but the first daughter. The first sons are okay. They get away with everything. But you, being the first daughter, you carry the house on your back. You plan, you show up, you remember everyone's birthday. You are the one that they lean on just because you are the girl. And it's actually written, just because you're the girl, you have to show up and show out and even do extra. And then being financially aware very, very soon. Because I think, I don't know if it's because, I wanted money on time or whatever, but I remember very early selling toffees, chewing gums, and like little trinkets, and even brooms. Selling brooms, like the floor brooms, right? Yeah, because when you're resuming school, they'll request for you to bring like maybe 3 brooms to school. And I remember on our vacations, that's what I would do. So like I had some cousins help out, because everyone had a quota. Everyone would do their own and then collect it and go and sell it. So you do what you are going to present in school, and then you do extra and sell it. So you go for the palm branches, plenty. Come and sit down, use blade, and then you peel it off. You don't do it very early on in the vacation. You do it almost close to when you're about to resume or about to reopen school. And then you do all that, like you do a lot, and then you go and sell it. I think I've had and sometimes to even giving the other, like my other cousins will give me theirs, like their brooms for me to come and share. Wow. So yeah, you become allergic to lack, and the money isn't just money to you. It's like safety, and it's a survival skill for you. Because like thinking back to how, and then you finish, and then your fingernails and your nails will all be numb, and then like beginning you had a lot of cuts because it was blade, right? And then learning how to make sure that you don't run out of blades a lot. Because how much is even blade? But then like all these thoughts were in my head. You get a blade, you divide it into 2, break it in half. Oh my goodness, yeah. So being financially very, very, very early is something that like it peaks in your brain. Still doesn't hit as much as having an older sister, right? Like they are different entities. You feel, we are not of the same mother and father, so you can't really, I don't know, the conversations are going to be the same, the vibes are going to be the same. Sure, some of them were very, very good, very open, like it's like the best sister. If she were my sister, I would have really, but then still I would have loved to be the second, I don't know, I think every firstborn daughter would say this, like they would have loved to be the second daughter, and also like get the advice on how to navigate life, on how to become myself, do things for myself, and not have to think about everybody. This, I think I'll read this. So when you are the first to start a medical condition in the family, you are the first. There's no medical history to lean on. Maybe there is, but yours is one that is loud. So she had PCOS, and then irregular period pains, and then the hormonal imbalance. And my mom even took my drugs. She was like, I'm becoming too dependent on it. She took my drugs from me, and I didn't have a hot water bottle. So looking back here, if I say this, no one should judge me, but my hot water bottle was broke. I had the electric one, and it was spoiled. It was not like I connected to the socket and it wouldn't heat up, so like it's spoiled. And I don't have the manual normal one that you just go and boil hot water and put it aside. You know the thing I did? I would use warm water, like hot water from it, and then put a pill in and put a towel in there and use it. But then that one always dries up quickly. Like it doesn't last. So with this same wet towel on my stomach, and I'll plug in an iron. I thank God I didn't even die out of electrocution. I'll plug in my iron, put the iron on top of my stomach, so that the heat will transfer through the towel. And I even bent myself because of that. I have a scar on my stomach. But yeah, thank God I didn't die out of electrocution. But yeah, and that thing was really, I don't know, I was like, you said you experienced the same thing, so why don't you understand me when I want to take pills for having extremely painful period cramps. Do you understand? Yeah. And then, like, to me, I would say it's gave me some form of strength that I didn't have to have at that age. Because look at the deadly things I was doing. I could have died. These are like part of the things 1,000 Ways to Die will showcase. I'm sure they have. But I was on that part, you get. And then parenting your parents, which I think it's not something everyone would do, that regardless of being the firstborn or the second or the last. You parent your child, your parents at some point. So you become their emotional clutch, you become their tech support, you become their therapist, and then I don't know, you become their someone they will rely on compared to when you were younger. I think in my case, when as I was growing older, and then like the relationship between the like parents have nurtured, like now we are all adults, individual adults. I'm getting my mom to understand who I am, to see me for me, being an individual and not the person she has in her mind, right? Yeah, so like they're able to open up sometimes, tell you everything, sometimes unhinged, unprovoked thoughts that they have that they could have left you out of. But then like you become that person, so who do you expect them to go and tell? Who do you expect them to go and talk to about? Yeah. And this thinking older men will be more mature, only to meet well-dressed disappointment. You would think that dating older men meant wisdom, care, emotional intelligence, but instead you meet entitled men, manipulative men who have expectations higher than the Tower of Babel. And then you say, oh, maybe they've grown, so they've gone through things that is going to... But then you'll be so disappointed. The age gap will not protect you. It will only make you feel smaller. Plus, they feel, oh, I'm older than you, so let me, let me teach you a thing or two. And what they claim or think they are teaching you is very, very bad. And being the first one, you are the one they are telling to always be this, be perfect, set the example. Like you are the person, you are the mirror that they want the younger ones to look at. So they don't allow you the chance to have flaws, to have like make mistakes, or your mistakes, as however little it is, will be blown out of proportion. Sometimes even costing your dreams. Like you have a dream of doing something entirely different, but because you can't afford that, so they would, like, as well, maybe your school career path will be changed for you entirely. Hey, it's Minion here, popping in to ask if you're enjoying this podcast. If you are, there are some things I would love for you to do. Subscribe and follow, like and leave a review, and also don't forget to comment. Share with a friend or 5, or be the difference and do all 3. I love you. This, I think every firstborn goes through it. Playing the advocate between the parents and the siblings, or even between the two parents. You'll be the one to be in between them, to talk to your mother, or talk to your father, or that's your brother, he's not listening to anything I'm saying, go and talk to your brother. How many times have I been to your this thing? Like, and then the annoying thing is, you think that, okay, this thing is serious, and you want to go and mediate, and then you are, and then they can sometimes turn it back on you as if you are the one who's trying to put a gap between them. I'm like, if you already had a resolution in mind, why did you come and inform me about it? But then no matter what you do, they will still involve you. Watching our parents grow old, and then realizing that they would have to become dependent on you, and then you have to be the strong one. Like, you know that, this world, obviously, we are not all going to be here for long. And then the longer someone stays, like you see someone past 80 staying, you know they are going to be solely reliant on you. They will need your assistance, they will need your aid. Ghana here is good. That, should I say it's good? But then, like, we don't really do much of assisted aid, especially with old people or the older generation. We don't really do much of that at all. So here is the case where the daughter, whether first or last, or wherever you are, it's upon you to be the one to look after them, take care of them, on top of taking care of your family if you do decide to be in one or do decide to have a family. you can sometimes have yourself uprooted from wherever you are to come and stay in the family house, because that's where the parents are familiar. Sometimes having to pick out or take out your children, relocate them with you so that you can take care of them, leave your husband wherever your husband will be, all that fear, all that insecurity because the parents are growing old, it's very painful. And then like in its own also has a lot of problems that is attached that comes with it. So yeah, it's going to be on you to console the siblings so that they don't also have the anxiety, because obviously they'll also be having the anxiety, right? But then they are looking up to you, but then who are you going to look up to? Now they'll leave your siblings in your care because you are the first. What did you expect? Yeah, so this is a little rundown of being a firstborn daughter. Those of you who relate, let me know. And then those of you that picked a thing or two from it, let me know in the comments. Share your thoughts. Hey you made it to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for staying this long. I hope you enjoyed every bit as much as I did when I was recording it. Let's navigate life together in the next episode. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to follow this show on Apple and Spotify. And also, I do post this on YouTube. Did you know that? No, you didn't. And I just plugged you in. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment on YouTube, like and share on Apple and also on Spotify. I love reading your comments. Catch you in the next one.